All right, everyone, let's talk about the literature in ELT midterm test. I know exams can be a little stressful, so what we're going to do right now is walk through the official guidelines step by step. The goal here is to demystify the whole thing, clear up any questions, and make sure you walk in feeling totally ready to go. So, let's dive right in.
So, what are we covering? Pretty much everything you need to know. We'll start with the basics, the when and where. Then we'll hit your pre-test checklist, what the 80-minute exam actually looks like, and some really important rules you have to know. After that, we'll get into how you're graded and finish up with some pro tips and how to get help if you need it. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to expect.
Okay, first things first. Let's get the most important stuff out of the way. What's happening, when it's happening, and where you need to be.
All right, take a look at the schedule here. Find your class, A, B, C, D, or E, and lock that date and time into your calendar right now. As you can see, A and C are on Friday, while B, D, and E are on Wednesday. Now, you might be wondering about the location. The venue is still TBA, so just make sure you're keeping an eye on Canvas for that announcement.
Okay, next up, your pre-test checklist. And seriously, think of this as your entry ticket. If you don't have this stuff sorted before the test, you're not getting in.
Okay, let's talk academic requirements. This is non-negotiable. You have to complete modules 1 through 7 in Canvas. I'm not kidding, this isn't just a suggestion. The system is automated. If those modules aren't done, the Midtest portal will be locked for you. Simple as that. Oh, and of course, make sure you've hit that 75% minimum for course attendance.
Now, for the tech side of things, you'll need a device. A laptop, tablet, or even your phone will work. But let's be real, you're going to be typing essays, so a laptop is probably your best bet. Whatever you use, make sure it is fully charged. You'll also need a stable internet connection. That's a must. And here's something important. If internet data is an issue for you, reach out for assistance. The help is there if you need it.
All right, so your checklist is sorted. Now let's get to the main event. What's it actually like inside the exam? Let's break down those 80 minutes. 80 minutes, that's what you get. From the moment you start to the moment you hit submit. That's 1 hour and 20 minutes to do everything. Read the questions, think about your answers, write them out, and then review your work. Honestly, how you manage this time is probably the biggest key to your success. So how do you break down those 80 minutes? Well, here's the game plan. The suggestion is to spend about 20 minutes on each of the 3 questions. Now do the math. That leaves you with a whole 20 minutes at the end. And that final block of time is golden. Use it to review, to proofread, to catch any little mistakes. Trust me, that final polish can absolutely bump up your grade.
The actual process on the day is super simple, just 4 steps. 1. Get your device ready, and please just have one single browser tab open. 2. Log into Canvas and find Midtest 2026. 3. Start answering those 3 essay questions. And the most important step, 4. Click that Submit Quiz button before time runs out. Don't forget that last part.
All right, let's shift gears for a second and talk about something really serious, the rules. I need you to pay close attention here because this is all about academic integrity, and it's a big deal.
First thing you need to understand, your activity during the test is being monitored. The Canvas system keeps track of what you're doing, including your web activity, for the entire 80 minutes.
And look, the consequences here are not small. There is a strict zero-tolerance policy for plagiarism. If any is found, it's an automatic F for the test, no questions asked. It's not worth it.
And speaking of integrity, let's be 100% crystal clear on this one. No AI tools are allowed, at all. Using any kind of AI to write or help with your answers is completely forbidden. It's a serious academic offense and it will be treated that way. So just don't do it.
Okay, so we've covered the rules, now for the good stuff. How do you actually get a great grade? Let's talk about what your instructors are looking for. Think of this as your roadmap to a top score. And why is this so important? Well, this midterm isn't just a small quiz. It's worth a massive 25% of your final grade. A quarter of your entire grade for the course. So yeah, putting in the effort here really pays off. So your grade really boils down to 2 main things. First, knowledge and understanding. Basically, can you explain the ideas from the course clearly? But here's the clincher. The second part is critical reflection. This is what separates a good answer from a great one. It's about connecting the theory to actual practice. Can you provide real, concrete evidence to back up what you're saying? It shows you don't just know the stuff, you know how to use it. All right, we are in the home stretch now. To wrap things up, I've got a fantastic pro tip for you, straight from the source, and then we'll quickly go over the policy for getting help or an extension. Listen up, because this is a golden piece of advice.
Instead of typing directly into Canvas, write your answers in a separate program first, like MS Word or Google Docs. Why? Because imagine your browser crashes or your internet cuts out. You could lose everything. This way, you write everything safely, and when you're done, you just copy and paste it into Canvas. It's a total safety net.
And last but not least, what happens if something goes wrong on test day? You can get a makeup exam, but only for very specific reasons. We're talking about being sick, and you'll need a doctor's letter, or some other major incident that's completely out of your control. Now, what will not get you a makeup exam? Being late, not finishing modules 1 to 7, we already covered that, or anything that falls under student recklessness. So the message is clear. Be prepared, be on time, and be responsible.
And that's it. That is your complete breakdown of the literature in ELT midterm. You know the schedule, you know the requirements, you know the rules, and you know exactly what they're looking for in your answers. You have everything you need to do really, really well. So study up, get prepared, stay focused, and, as the instructors say, fighting. You can totally do that.